Welcome to Friday, the 1st of December, 2023. My name is Jimmy Bradbury. I help people create online businesses around their passion, their skill set, their hobby, whatever it is they're interested in. They want to share that knowledge and experience with other people, help those people move forward in their lives and get paid doing it. It's the beginning of a new month. It's beginning of the final month of 2023. I don't know about you, but this year has gone so quickly. And now we're 30 days away from New Year's Eve. It's just incredible. But what an opportunity we have to be able to share our story and message, to help other people online, and to do it on a platform, of our choice, really, today. We've got so many out there. I think the unfortunate thing is that people are not doing it more. I'd love to see more people on social media sharing what they know, not just in content in terms of posts, which we're going to talk about today, but also doing these kind of things like live videos. Anyway, I'm welcoming in again. It's been all this week. One of my star students, Ayushi Chaswell, and Ayushi is coming in from India, and it's just beautiful. Here's a great example of being able to talk with people all around the world, and that's the wonderful thing about having a platform like this. So welcome, Ayushi. Super good to see you. Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday. Thank you so much. We have been so consistent with these lives. Yeah.
Well, that's the key word. That's the key word.
Yeah.
It comes down to consistency.
Absolutely.
Consistency. Yes, we'll talk about the content, the right content to put out, and the not so good content. But ultimately, where 1% of people succeed online is because they do the consistency. Where 99% don't, it's because they're not consistent.
They're not consistent. Absolutely.
Anyway.
And in fact, it is the power of LinkedIn that we have met, and we are doing lives now. So it's amazing. The platform is just amazing, and we are living examples of it.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Like we were just saying before we came on to doing this live, Ayushi and I, that this time last year, we didn't know each other. Now, Ayushi's come through 3 of my programs, and now we're doing these lives together. And that's just the power of being here and being consistent. So, yeah, well done you. We're going to talk about creating content today, the way to do it and the way not to do it on LinkedIn. So I hope you're going to get a lot of insights from this, because I think that if we want to do things and we want to do them right, I think this applies to anything in life. We need to follow the people that are just ahead of us, the people that are actually doing it and making it work. And when it comes to creating content, Ayushi is one of those people who's a step ahead. I think she's actually a step ahead of me, actually. She's creating great content out there. She's getting lots of engagement. And I know that Ayushi is going to give you some really good insights today. So over to you, Ayushi.
Yeah, thanks so much, Jimmy. So last year when I started creating content, I made a lot of mistakes, and also just a background story. I'll just add to it that creating content is not only limited to writing posts. Creating content also means doing live videos like you do, writing posts, making making videos as well, because video content is now getting a lot of attention on LinkedIn. So now back to my story. When I started creating content on LinkedIn, I made a lot of mistakes. I was all over the place. My content was all over the place. I was writing about anything and everything that came to my mind. I was writing about any topic. I was writing about, any experience, and it was not about my niche, because I did not have any particular interest at that time. It took me a long time to decide one niche and to pick one niche. uh, so my content was all over the place, and in fact I started writing posts last year in October. So it's been 13 months, a little over 13 months now. Um, so because I wasn't very consistent like I am now, and I wasn't getting the kind of feedback I wanted from there, so I thought that I am doing something wrong. So I started talking to people who have been, 2 or many steps ahead of me on LinkedIn. So they said that you are not talking about your audience's pain points. You're just talking about you. and they were right. I was talking about me, and I wasn't talking about the pain points of my target audience. Because see, your goal at the end of the day on LinkedIn is to attract opportunities, is to attract your target audience, who will come to you if and when you say that, you show them that you can solve these problems. So, since March 2023, this year, I started researching about my target audience, and I had to narrow it down. So, in fact, I am still narrowing my message down. I talked to people who were in that area, and I asked them what are the main issues they are facing. And in fact, I also researched their content, the content that my target audiences are writing around, their website, their blogs, the things that are missing from their website, their blogs, and their content. And then I started writing content around those areas. And now I think that I am getting better at it. I always say that my posts last year were pathetic, but I needed those pathetic posts to come at
Yeah.
this point. Yeah.
Super, super. How true. All human beings are moving in either one or the other direction. They're moving away from pain,
Yeah.
or they're moving towards pleasure. So being able to find your niche and your ideal customers, your dream customers, and being able to then communicate or hear from them what their pain points are, really that's a great opportunity then to be able to get your marketing messaging aligned with helping them with their problems. And I know it sounds a bit simple, but a lot of people miss this out. And what they end up doing is they don't have a niche. And I know from doing this for 5 years, if you don't have a niche and you're trying to please everybody, you'll please nobody, and you'll probably fail sooner rather than later. When you have a niche and you're able to understand their problems and craft your marketing messaging around that, oh my gosh, then everything begins to happen. So I love that you're actually addressing that, and
Yeah.
then creating the posts, now doing the lives as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, one thing I'll add, Jimmy, that you might not have a perfect plan. You might not have a plan in the first place when you want to start on LinkedIn, and that's perfectly fine. You should know that you will not be perfect. You will not craft a perfect first post. You will not. You will not even be there at the perfect moment. So I think that you should start with whatever you have and keep building upon it. In fact, for the last few years, uh, I would say that I envy those people who are confident and who just take the things they have and just build upon it. I had this self doubt for a very long time. That took me 6 months to start writing my own posts on LinkedIn. I was just helping other people. I was building confidence through only commenting, but in a way, I was only helping others. I wasn't helping myself. So I had to start writing posts in order to attract the target audience, and in order to achieve my goals. So at the end, start with commenting. It's fine. You need the confidence. You need to attract some people, but you need to start writing your own post and creating your own content. That is really important. Otherwise, you will be just helping others, and you won't be helping yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you, I guess I'm asking a rhetorical question here because you've been in my programs, but maybe just explain how you go about creating content and most importantly, getting into a rhythm of being consistent like you are. What's that rhythm look like?
Yeah, so the rhythm. I always say that the rhythm and the consistency you have to imbibe in the body. You have to understand. You have to make your body understand the rhythm, and consistency won't come easy to you. It won't. I mean, there are times when I thought that I would be consistent, but I wasn't. I think it takes a lot of passion, and it takes a lot of tenacity to
Mm.
to believe in something that you are not able to see right now, and to
Mhm.
believe in something that lies in some future. So I think you need to believe that, and then combine it with your consistency. And consistency is not only for the sake of consistency. You are also building trust with your audience.
Yeah.
Your target audience will not reach out to you if you just post and ghost. If you are just there once a month, they will not reach out to you. They will only reach out to you when you are consistent, because they will know that they can trust this person.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's
Yeah.
really important. And
Yeah.
in
Very
fact,
good.
yeah, and I have learned from you also, Jimmy, that you are very consistent with your lives. I mean, I haven't seen anyone else who does lives and who is so consistent with them. And in
Yeah.
fact, I look forward to your lives.
Yeah, like I believe consistency is everything. I think there's been a couple of things behind it. One is there are days I just don't want to do a live. I really just don't feel like it. I've either had a
Yeah.
long day, I haven't slept well, I've had a difficult, situation maybe, and that occurred in the day, but I don't like doing it. But remembering, I always have to remember this. Online is about helping others, not about yourself.
Hmm.
Jimmy, get over how you feel, because what you say could very well change the life of one person who watches that video. And if I don't decide to turn up that day, that one person whose life I could change is not going to benefit from my knowledge. I don't do it for
Yeah.
me. I don't do this for me.
Hmm.
I do it for the one person, just the one person who potentially is going to watch the video. I think we have to have that mindset, because it's so easy to say it's about us,
Hmm.
and I don't want to do it. The
Yeah.
answer is it's not about you, it's about the others, about service, about helping others. So yeah, thank you. I think, yeah, because I've also realized consistency is everything. um,
Hmm.
and you're also very consistent with your posts, so I think
Yeah.
consistency is great. Thank you for that. What other forms of content, like we've talked about videos, we've talked about written posts, are there any others that you want to mention? I know there's lots, but are there any particular?
There are these carousels, which are slides.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
you can make these slides on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn has this option where, so you can I use Canva to make these slides, and then add it on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has an option to add these slides, and they are a great way. So I use the this form of content of when I think that I have a lot to say, and the content will not be able to fit in one post. So
Mm.
I try to incorporate all this content in these slides, and I try to make it around 15 to 16 slides only. But having
Wow.
said that, I wouldn't recommend you to start making these slides right away when you're just starting on LinkedIn, because
Mm.
I found out that people will slide through these slides, and people will read it when when they know you, when they have
Yeah,
when they have some trust in you. They will not read your long form content until they have built some trust with you. So
yeah,
my advice will be, start with a bit short form content, and then you can go ahead with writing more, or making longer videos, or carousels, making longer slides, or making many more slides and other forms of content. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Nice, nice. One of the areas that I'm very attracted by with LinkedIn, which makes it very different to other platforms. Maybe we could just talk about it for a couple of minutes. I know we're doing it a little bit different. Both you and I are.
Yeah.
Is It's the only platform out there where you can write long form content in
Hmm.
terms of blogs and articles and newsletters on
Hmm. Yeah.
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And
Well.
for me, that makes it unique. The other platforms out there, I don't know if any of them can actually, any of the social media platforms
Yeah.
are allowing you to write long form content that is long, really long, like articles and newsletters. You can do a long post, but I think there's a limitation on the amount of characters. But in the articles, and then the ability to be able to put keywords and phrases that helps with SEO, I think makes it unique. What are your thoughts on articles? Have you got any thoughts that you want to share on articles in LinkedIn?
Yeah, so I haven't been able to explore articles as of now, but I think that it's a really good way to write long form content, as you said. And also when you include SEO and keywords in those articles, so when you Google something, a lot of times your those LinkedIn articles will be on the
Yeah.
first page of Google. Because I have been Googling some topics around LinkedIn, and I see that a lot of people write articles on LinkedIn that have been showing on Google.
Mm.
So that's a great way to build trust with your audience. Great way
Yeah.
to build trust.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Um, is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Any other insights when it comes to content? I think for me, most people should really get. I think that the challenge for people is that it's a bit like emails. I see it a bit like emails. I believe that if your content that you create is not tied to your mission, what is it you really feel purpose with? If you're not tying that to your mission, your content, just like with emails, it's going to be, I think it's going to feel more like just one of these tasks that you've got to do every day. How do
Yeah.
you feel about getting people into this more enjoying it? Because when you enjoy it, it does help with the consistency. How do you go about that?
Yeah, so yeah, I believe that consistency will get to you at some point. It will become difficult and it might become boring as well. For that, it is really important to build a community, to build
Yeah.
relationships with other people who can
Yes.
support you at a time when you are just not feeling like it on or when you feel stuck. So you can go back to those people because those people are on the same path as you, so you can go
Yeah.
back to them, you can ask them questions, and they will definitely, most definitely support you because LinkedIn has a brilliant community. And
Mm.
uh, the community has helped me a lot because I have asked them questions, relevant questions, which has helped me get to this point where I know something about LinkedIn. I wouldn't say that I know everything about LinkedIn, but I know something about LinkedIn through my experience. And apart from that, writing posts, you should refrain from writing very long sentences and write for the app, the LinkedIn app mobile version as well, because people also read on the phone. So you need to be aware that you need to edit your content. It should be crisp, and the sentences should be short,
Yeah.
but at the same time your message should reach your audience.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good point. I read actually somebody today who did a post to say, and very true, and I'm going to do it more now, is that when you write it, you should draw as a draft and then just allow it to sit and then maybe go away with your phone and read the draft on your phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Particularly if you've been doing it on your desktop. If you've been writing it
Mm.
on your desktop, then it's go away and look at it on your phone because most people today are looking at content on their phones.
On their phone, yeah, because I also do that. When
You
I
do.
made my website, yeah, when I made my website, I was checking it on my phone. When I write a LinkedIn post, if the posts are scheduled, I schedule it from my. A lot of times I will schedule it from my laptop, but when it comes live, I will just check on my phone and I will make some corrections on it
Yeah, yeah.
because
Beautiful,
it is
beautiful.
it's important that you have some white space in between, so to make reading for your audience easy.
Yeah. Awesome. Look, that's super. I loved that whole insight that you gave on content. I think that for me, the biggest takeaway that can help people who are watching this is that you have to make the content about other people, not about
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
not about yourself. It's got to be about other people. And if your mission, your purpose is to help other people, like if it's true, your why is that deep, you won't have a problem being consistent with content.
Yeah.
And I think where the people get trip up is because it's not deep enough. That content in service of other people that requires 10, 15 minutes every day is not deep enough. And if you can get it deep, then it becomes a lot easier. And you also make it about your art, your creative side. You're putting stuff out there that's you. It's not somebody else, it's you. And if you treat it like those two things, then I think that's for me the big takeaway from your insights anyway. Then content then becomes a lot easier and you become more consistent. Yeah.
And also, I mean, you can also talk about your personal stories, but you need to make sure that you link it with some takeaway, and you link it with your target audience. Your personal stories will help your audience to relate with you, but they need to have some conclusion from there, and you need to make it revolve around your own niche.
Yeah, totally. Awesome. Great. Well done. So we're back tomorrow.
Yeah, we are back tomorrow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So thank you, Ayushi. Thank you so much.
Jimmy. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
I can see such a difference in a week.
Yeah. In fact, I can feel the difference.
Well, for me, that's what it's all about. I want to give people that platform, that confidence, that opportunity to share what they know. Just share what you know. And in your case, you know a lot. So it's great to hear your insights. All right. Thank you, Ayushi. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Good. Oh, one thing before you go. Do you want to just talk about what we got coming up next week and remind people about?
Yes. So we have this LinkedIn 3 challenge from 5th to 7th December. Which will start from 12:30 p.m. AEST till 1:30 p.m. AEST, and Indian time is 8 to 9 a.m. IST. And we'll be talking about everything LinkedIn and the basic steps, the very important steps to get you started on LinkedIn in order to leverage LinkedIn to find your job, your dream job, and to grow your business.
Yeah, super exciting. Good. I hope I'll put a link below here. People can register, and it'll be great to see everybody there. In more detail, we'll go into LinkedIn next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Awesome. Good. All right. Thanks, Ayushi. Have a wonderful afternoon or rest of your morning. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Same to you. Bye.